She's somewhere here in the shade because it's hot. Hi. Just saying hello to some of the people over here. Aha, I see her. Right, how are we going to do this? I think we should go down to the bottom. That is what I think we should do. What do you think? I think we should go down to the bottom. Yeah. This is going to be very tricky. Yeah. There let me just give you a quick view of her. She's over there. Right in the shade there. There she is. Little Xongile, who is now nearly 15 months old. No, 14 and a half months old. So she's actually still very, very young, just over a year. And Xongile's name means beautiful. And she is, for the first time, having to learn all about what her life's going to be like as an adult. Because unlike those elephants that you saw, leopards are completely solitary. So they live by themselves unless they are mating with a male or a female, and unless they have cubs. And she's now on her own for now, and she's been having to look after herself. And that's one of the reasons why she comes to the water here. Because, of course, lots of animals come to the water to drink, but also because she's got very, very good at catching terrapins, which is a mixture between turtles and tortoises. Well, thank goodness we stayed here with the gorgeous Xongile, because otherwise we actually might not have seen her, because apparently it's time for all of you to start heading back on your school day. So thank you very much to Independence Middle School for joining us. I hope you guys had fun, and I hope you enjoyed sending us through your questions. Go and enjoy the rest of your school day, and hopefully I will see you very shortly. Leopard and indeed. And before we have a look at our new and improved view of Xongile, just a quick reintroduction. My name is Jamie, and this afternoon Senzo is on camera with me, and we have obviously always absolutely love having the schools on board, but now that they have gone about the rest of their school day, please do send through your questions on #SafariLive on Twitter. We'd love to hear from you. Right, speaking of beautiful leopards, and of course very apt in Xongile's case, there she is over there, posing like a little princess. Hopefully with a belly full of terrapins. Now apparently all of you have been watching her throughout the afternoon on the dam camera, which for those of you that don't know is a 24-hour live streaming camera that's set up here by this waterhole, at this waterhole. And Xongile has become the terror of terrapins. That is the way in which she's actually been surviving, and I have to say, she looks much better than when I last saw her, which I'm really thrilled about. She definitely doesn't look as thin, and she almost looks as though she's gained a little bit of that confidence that she seemed to have lost. Now, the wonderful thing about Xongile, of course, and sitting with her is not only that we love her, but also because she's actually constantly active. There she goes, what's there? There she's up and looking across. She just heard something. Oh, Annie, you say you've been watching the waterhole. Ooh, there's something I've just noticed now. She's sitting happily there, but on the other side of the dam, sorry, we'll talk about what Xongile's been up to in a moment. On the other side of the dam is a leopard's arch nemesis, which is the baboons. And if we go across, let's just have a look there, Senzo. There behind the impala, sorry. You're getting a bit of a cameo, sorry, just to show the baboons. There we go. And they're the baboons. Now, she definitely wants to stay out of their way. That is not an animal that she wants to encounter. Now, hopefully they don't decide to come in this direction. I wonder if they know she's here. I don't think so. There's a very good chance that if they did, they would chase her. I think she's large enough at this point that she would know exactly what to do and how to escape, but it is a possibility for any leopard. And a big male baboon, if there's more than one big male baboon, they can actually do some truly serious damage, and they could potentially harm her if they can catch her. And that, of course, is where she has the true advantage. But leopards and baboons are not friends at all. We've had some truly fascinating and terrifying sightings of baboons chasing leopard cubs. Tandi, of course, jumps to mind, but also Hosana and Xongile. But for now, they're distracted with their foraging on the opposite side of the dam. Oh, there they are. All right, let's go back to Xongile. We were talking about what Xongile has been up to throughout the day. Apparently, she has been here all day, and that Henny was saying that she's completely lost track of how many terrapins Xongile has pulled out of the water. That's what I'm saying. She's become the terror of terrapins. And she's so clever because she goes wandering from waterhole to waterhole. She's such a little survivor. Oh, yes, go girl. Go girl. And slinking away. That's the baboon that she spotted. She knew that they were there. She was keeping an eye on them. And up she goes. There's a good girl. Oh, here come the baboons across the dam wall. Oh, just for now, I'm going to sit here. I don't want to reposition yet. I want to make sure that she is fully aware of what's happening around her. Okay, the baboons stopped running. Look at that swagger. Male baboons have such a swagger about them. Marching across the dam wall. They just look like they mean trouble. I mean, baboons are fascinating. They're highly entertaining and highly intelligent, but they really do look like trouble. This is the massive gentleman with the size 7 shoes, Senzo, with a huge footprint. We laugh about it every time we see it. We keep joking it's Brent walking on the road. Here he goes. We just got to sit. We're just going to sit. Xongile. I'm hoping that she's moved further in. Don't want to see her getting chased by a baboon. But it could happen if they carry on around this corner. I don't think they will, though. So I'm hoping they're going to stay around the drainage line. There goes the other baboon. Right, I think it's okay. I think the male baboon has actually moved onto the other side of the dam wall, which means that we can reposition and we can go and just have a look and see where Xongile is. See how quick she is, how clever she is. As soon as the baboon started walking in this direction, she immediately dropped down to her belly and sidled off into the bushes, and I'm sure she's hiding just through here. I'm going to go and find her, but while I do, let's head over to James on foot. The terrapin-eating, terrorizing Xongile has just disappeared. She's there. She's right there. I'm going to try and get us another view. She just sidled off, and I think we might need to... Let me just try and get an idea of if she's still moving. I don't think we can squeeze through here. I'll just, for those of you who watch us driving off-road and perhaps see us drive over a few trees, never fear. I promise we pick the species that we do drive over very carefully, and we drive over species that will young and pop straight back up. There's our little girl. That's actually really stunning. Really, truly beautiful. Out of the leaves. Hey, brown-eyed girl. Well done for being so alert and ducking out of the baboons. Away. The baboons have actually turned and run away. They've moved off completely. So she's safe again. And flitting through the bushes. Isn't that gorgeous? I always think that that's such an iconic shot. That sort of tan, black and gold colour, and then all sort of mixed and slinking behind the leaves. Where are you going, my girl? Oh, you've been spotted, little leopard. The impala are alarm calling at you. You've been seen. Now, Tanis, you want to know how far a leopard or a lion will drag a kill. And I think, let's just let her go a little bit further. Let's see where she decides to go. And while we do, Tanis, it very much depends on the size of the kill. it's seldom much further than a few meters to the most convenient tree in which to place that particular kill. Shame, girl, those impala are giving you away. It's all that barking that is happening across the dam. So basically what a leopard wants to do is find a safe spot to eat their kill. Generally, lions don't bother too much, and if the carcass does get dragged around, it's usually just because they're fighting over it and they're trying to get it away from each other. But for a leopard, being secretive is their way of life, so they'll often drag their kill. I've followed a drag mark for a leopard before that's been a couple of 100 meters long, but that's very, very unusual. Most of the time it's just a few short meters, and then they either find themselves a thick bush or possibly a convenient tree in which to set their kill aside and to make sure that it's safe there. Interestingly enough, longest drag mark I've ever followed was 1.5 kilometers, and it was the spotted hyena dragging a bit of the carcass back to the den site. Oh, she's been spotted there as well. Oh, little Xongile. Everything's seen you. I love watching this. Wait, let me get you around to a good position. Watch these impala. They go running after leopards, just to make sure that the leopards not going to turn around and hunt them. So they're actually running after her. And then if you listen, all alarm calling. Xongile's going to disappear. Let's catch up with her quickly. I have a horrible feeling she's going into this thicket, and that is going to make life very difficult. This might actually be the last view of what we get of her today, so let's just try for one last view. Oh, that was a slightly larger tree than I expected. Sorry, impala. There she goes into the tambuti thicket. One last view quickly, Senzo, and then she's going to vanish. Okay, there she goes, trying to get away from the alarm-calling antelope. While our spotted creature disappears off into the vegetation, let's head across to Byron, who apparently has got another spotted creature.